Does Stephen King remember writing Cujo? Imagine being one of the most prolific authors of our time, with a catalog of horror classics that send chills down readers' spines. But what if one of those classics is a blur in your own memory? This is exactly what happened to Stephen King with his 1981 novel, Cujo. Stephen King has written over 60 novels, including Carrie, The Shining, and It. But there's one book he barely remembers writing: Cujo. This isn't because the story itself is forgettable. It's quite the opposite. Cujo is a gripping tale about a friendly Saint Bernard that turns vicious after contracting rabies, terrorizing a woman and her young son. The reason King doesn't recall writing Cujo is tied to a dark period in his life. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, King struggled with substance abuse, particularly with cocaine and alcohol. This addiction had a significant impact on his memory and creativity. In his memoir, On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft, King openly discusses his battles with addiction and how it affected his writing. King's addiction was so severe that he even admits to being drunk while delivering the eulogy at his mother's funeral. It wasn't until his friends and family staged an intervention that he sought professional help and became sober in the late 1980s. Despite overcoming his addictions, the memory of writing Cujo remains foggy for him. Interestingly, King still praises the 1983 film adaptation of Cujo and appreciates the performance of Dee Wallace. However, the actual process of writing the book is something he wishes he could remember, as he expresses a sense of sorrow and loss about it. So to answer the question, no, Stephen King does not remember writing Cujo, a consequence of his struggles with substance abuse during that time in his life.